Welcome everyone to this segment of the World Business Angel Investors Week 2024 Lebanese edition. It's really a pleasure to host on this segment Dr. Jihad Hokayem. Jihad is a distinguished financial markets expert and strategist and the president of Rethinking Lebanon. With extensive experience in the finance industry, Jihad has become a prominent figure in economic analysis, risk management, and investment advisory. His deep understanding of global financial trends and his ability to provide insightful market predictions have earned him recognition both locally and regionally and internationally as well. Jihad's commitment to fostering financial literacy and his innovative approach to financial strategies make him a highly respected leader in the field. Welcome, Jihad, and thanks for joining this session.
Thank you very much for hosting me.
Thank you. Jihad, on this week, particularly, we are addressing the topic of angel investment at the global level as part of the Angel Investors Week 2024. And as an economist, we would like to hear your views on angel investment and how do you see the angel investment would help in economic growth in various situations, particularly maybe in some regions where there's high economic uncertainty and instability.
Thank you again for hosting me. Angel investors are very important because actually they're going to bridge the gap between informal seed funding and venture capital. So their role is very important because after exhausting all possible ways to get funding from friends, family, and so we need them because VCs in general, if we're not big enough, they're not going to jump in. And financial institutions, they don't take lots of risk when it comes to actually startups at the very early stage. So we need angel investors, and their role is very important, and it's going to drive growth because these startups, sometimes they do breakthrough innovation in various sectors. They're going to actually fill the gap in certain places where you have uncertainty. People, they don't want to run the risk, and you don't have lots of economic activities going on. So they're going to come here, foster innovation, foster economic growth, especially in rural areas and underserved places. So, and then once they create the jobs, and there will be a multiplier effect. So, and sometimes these startups it turned out that they become more international and hope that they're going to invest in their turn in the same regions, the same underprivileged areas, and they serve as well, let's say, the region and economic growth of certain countries.
Right, indeed. So you're saying angel investment would create an effect of paying it forward. Really, when somebody is at one stage a beneficiary of angel investment, they themselves become at the giving end.
Indeed.
When they thrive themselves at later stages. And so Jihad, definitely angel investment is filling a gap. But as economic uncertainty and instability, security instability, like gets higher, do we see a slowdown? We obviously see like the appetite would get affected. What would be your advice to angel investors as we go into these times of struggles?
Actually, they have to be ready that sometimes not all projects will succeed, and they're taking already lots of risk. Sometimes it would be better to have calculated risk, but sometimes certain angel investors, they are called angel for a reason. So they want to help the community, even if there will be high risk involved. Maybe they'll be paying back to their society, to the community. So I don't want to actually push them to slow down their angel role. So maybe they have to continue in their investment role, and we call them, as I told you, angels for a reason. So
Indeed.
of course there will be a risk involved in case they're seeing that there's certain businesses didn't make it through. So they have to do more calculated risk in this case, and they have to allocate their funds in a more careful way. But as I told you, we call them angels for a reason. Otherwise, we don't call them angels because we can call them investors.
Correct, correct. And they can naturally become VCs as they become more risk averse. They would then transition into the VC category and
Yeah,
less
because
for
sometimes
the angel category.
exactly. Sometimes you invest in a certain startup at a very early stage, and by being an angel investor, and later on you become a VC because this startup is going to grow, and you're gonna become a tycoon, and it's gonna be maybe one day they're gonna join the Mag Seven, what we call the Magnificent Seven companies. So in this case, you'll have more appetite and more financial capability. So you can still be an angel, but you're gonna be more a VC in this case.
Right, right, indeed. And on the angel investment landscape globally, Jihad, do you see more angel investment activities in low income countries than in high income countries? Is this observation valid?
Yes, because in underserved places, you have less financial institutions, less capital markets developed. So we don't have formal economy sometimes doesn't work the way it should be.
Right.
So you have less access to capital. You have less VCs as well, and people they don't like to invest in certain countries where you have high level of uncertainty. So in developed markets, so you have developed financial markets, you have big financial institutions, big banks, and you have access to capital is easy. So and underserved the places where you don't have where financial markets they do not function or they are standalone financial markets or frontiers markets.
Okay.
And sometimes in certain countries like Lebanon, for instance, we don't have a banking sector anymore. It collapsed completely.
Yeah.
So we don't have access to capital, and the need for angel investor is as it utmost actually utmost need to have them, and hope that they're gonna jump in and fund the rural areas and rural projects and in underserved places. And this way, they're gonna contribute to diversity. Instead, sometimes financial institutions, they focus on one sector, two sectors, three sectors, four sectors, or let's say one industry without focusing on another industry. So angel investors can fill the gap and fund various sectors, various industries, various businesses in different regional and international areas.
So
So they serve different
diversity
geographic places.
is in the DNA of angel investment. It's not
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
it's not something that they would acquire or they would choose to be. Okay, so earlier this year, Jihad, and thanks to your really national leadership, you've conducted an event for rethinking Lebanon. Hopefully later on, rethinking MENA maybe.
Why not?
And it was around the cash economy. How does the cash economy play out within the context of Asian investment or maybe vice versa?
The problem whenever you have a cash economy, it's the equivalent of what we call poor economy. And since we don't have banking system, we don't have a good capital market in Lebanon, an efficient capital market. So the resources will not be distributed, and there won't be a good allocation of saving and actually the funds that people have. Normally, whenever you're going to generate lots of profit, so you can put them in the bank in terms of saving, and then the bank is going to give loans. So we don't have loans in Lebanon. And the cash economy is a place as well where you have money laundering and you have the equivalent of poor economy. So in this case, the conference wanted to see ways in order to limit the use of cash and having the negative effect of money laundering and to limit poverty. So that's why angel investors are, their presence and their role is very important in Lebanon, where you don't have ease of access to funds and funding. And we have lots of innovative ideas in several places, whether in technology or outside technology. We've seen that how Lebanon was able to deter the negative effects of the crash due to the knowledge economy and due to what we call virtual emigration. So here, it's very important to have angel investors to jump in, to fund the knowledge economy, to break the besieged country, because whenever you become poorer, you have less access to visas and to travel abroad and to have access to jobs the way the traditional jobs.
Yeah,
but
you
with
become,
the knowledge economy,
you become
yeah,
caught in the situation.
exactly. With the knowledge economy, and so we're able to work remotely, and we have it's going to, let's say, angel investors, they're going to catalyze innovation and technological progress. So we became a hub where multinational companies, they outsource plenty of jobs to the Lebanese economy.
Indeed.
And I want to wrap up with this.
Yeah, this is a great note to conclude with, Jihad. Thank you very much, really, for making the time. It was really a pleasure hearing your views, and we look forward to hosting you even on more conversations in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you again for your contribution to Lebanon and for fostering innovation and driving growth forward while shedding the light on such initiatives. We thank you again, and we thank the institution that you're representing.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.